Welcome to Overland Expo Mountain West, just outside of Denver. We're gonna go take a look around the show and bring you some of the best things I can find. I will put timestamps in the video so you can skip ahead if you want to, and I'll put links to everything I feature in the description.
Hey there, Mike with Van Cafe and Propex North America. We're here at Overland Mountain West Expo in Loveland, and we're displaying our Propex PS2000 suitcase heater. So basically what we've done is we've taken this Propex 2000 and we've put it here in this box, and we've made it for a fully self-contained suitcase heater. What we like about the Propex heaters is they're propane. So you hook up a propane line to this and you can run it off of a 1-pound bottle or a barbecue can. And the nice part about propane is it's a vapor fuel, so it doesn't gum up like a diesel would inside your heater. So when you go to use it for the first time in the season, you don't have to worry about your fuel being gummed up in your heater. And as we all know, if you go to the gas station and actually have to refuel with diesel fuel, it's just, it's really dirty, right? So now you're carrying around a stinky diesel fuel inside your vehicle. It's efficient, it works great, and you don't have the smell. So if I take this heater and I hook it up to a 1-pound green can, the little portable green cans, and I turn it on and let it run 100% of the time, it'll run for 4.5 hours. However, I have a thermostat, right? So ideally, I'm gonna run at 50% duty cycle at max. So a small green can is gonna last me 8 hours. So an overnight trip on a small green can. We consider this luggage when you're going down the road. If you take a look at this one here, nothing is hanging off of it in a manner that's gonna damage the inside of your vessel, your vehicle, or damage your other product, So nothing's hanging off, it's nice and clean. And this is the Propex 2000 that we're selling at Van Cafe and Propex North America. You can come check it out. It's a fully self-contained unit.
Hey everyone, I'm Connor with the mounting company. Let's go over our universal quick release mounts. Any hard cases you have, soft bags, our mounts are designed to work on them. Everything is hard anodized aluminum, titanium. We have a gasket, keep everything watertight, waterproof. That's a big concern. The way it works, you pull the pin, everything comes off. Our dimple dies are part of our patented design of not only does it self-align, but it's also part of the design to keep everything tight. When the dimples, if the mount tries to move, it walks up out of here and cams itself in this back edge. So they were designed for racing, specifically in trophy trucks, like the Baja 1000. So I tell everyone they're a race product. We just brought them into the overlanding world for everyone to carry their gear. On this specific mount, we have Condition 1 cases, awesome case company. They have great inserts for different things if you're into firearms or fishing or carrying your outdoor gear. Fantastic case. This one's on our large mount. Pop it off, super simple, goes back on, goes great on the outside of a trailer, kind of wherever you need, any orientation, throw a lock in there, keep everything secure. Super easy, mountingcompany.com, themountingcompany.com. Everything you need on there, there's videos, there's guides, there's everything you need to do to measure whatever gear you want to mount. And if you need any questions, hit us up. We'd love to chat.
I'm at the Seasucker booth, and they make a whole bunch of mounts. They're all based around basically what is a very fancy suction cup. It's better than your average suction cup because the way this one works is you stick it on, push into place, and then you pump the air out using this tab at the top. And when you get that vacuum, you won't see the orange anymore. So now I know that's sealed. And if after a few days I start to see the orange on here, I know I need to give it a few more pumps to get that vacuum back in there. And you end up with a very strong mount. They've got dozens of accessories attached to this Jeep that show how strong the suction is on those suction cups. But one of my favorite new things here at the show is this mounting bar. So it's based on the same suction cup. You can have 1, 2, or as many suction cups as you need depending on the length of the bar. And then you can attach your accessories to the top of the bar on here. And they also have this new Starlink Mini mount. Great thing about this is it means you don't need a roof rack if you want to attach this to your roof. You can stick it, if you've got a flat roof or sunroof, stick it to that, or even to the hood of your vehicle. Anywhere with a flat surface. And those mounts can be used with various accessories for the side of your vehicle, your trailer, camper, whatever, anything with a smooth surface. So things like trash bag holder, table for the extra horizontal space, sink, paper towel holder. There's hundreds of accessories that you can get, and you can find them all at Seasucker Mounts.
I'm Zach with Overwatch and Rescue. We are an emergency SOS coordination subscription. You can get us for $79.99 a year, and what we do is we coordinate your rescue. If you have any satellite connective devices, you can go through Spot, Zoleo, Garmin, as well as iPhone and Android. Now that T-Satellite is a thing. What you do is if you do need any help, you contact our CRC. We coordinate your rescue for you, and then if there is any expenses that come with that, if you need medevac or ambulance or anything like that, we will cover that cost as well. We have many international benefits too. If you're overseas and you get hurt and you call for emergency services, you can call us. If you are fit to come home, we will send a medical escort. We will get you back. We will also return dependent children fully covered. If you are not able to travel, we will then send a friend or family for 45 days overseas with you while you are in recovery. So what we do is we coordinate the rescue. We also help pay for it. And that's what Overwatch and Rescue is. Yeah, you just go to our e-com site. So our e-com site is where you go, is overwatchxrescue.com. And through there you can go and start, and you can fill out all your information that we will need. You can register up to 3 satellite connected devices. And as long as you are an ONR subscriber and you hit the SOS on any button or any of these devices, we will still coordinate, we will still cover the cost of that rescue as long as you notify us within 96 hours.
G'day campers, Justin Wayward Aussie. I'm here in the Brax booth today, and I want to show you what a Brax is, because a lot of people ask. It's a tricky name, but it's not a tricky product, but it's handy. And what it is, it allows us to mount that to a flat surface or an awning bracket, and then that mounts to an awning. So you might think of it as the meat in the sandwich, and that allows us to remove your awning with a simple turn of a key. Remove a pin, off the awning goes. If you want to swap sides, if you want to put the awning away over the winter period, get 2 sets of those. Mount one to the wall, one to the vehicle, drop it on, and away you go. So let me show you that with an awning, and you'll see it much easier. So we lift up and pop it off, and there we go. So now you can see awning brackets that we see there. Couple of different sizes. So this is for a large awning, say a 23-0 compact, a 23-0 270 or 180, and then you've got the smaller one which for a shower or one of the little lightweight awnings. And then once we've got that mounted and lined up, again we just pop it back on, lock it into place, and then in the box you will find a security pin. So this makes sure that this doesn't come off when you're driving down the road. That goes into place there like that. And then with a key lock, no one can steal your awning. So that's handy, and it's made in Australia, just like me.
So I'm a big fan of unusual builds, especially ones as well done as this adventure van concept. Let's check this out.
Pacifica is a best-selling minivan in the United States, so we've decided to take it to this amazing event here in Colorado. So what we did is there's a nice lift on the vehicle, so it's a 2.5 in the front, in the back, and 2 3/4 in the front. And it has a nice rugged tire, so it's a 31-inch Goodrich tire and an 18-inch wheel. So this kind of gives it the nice lift that you would need when you start your adventure off-roading, not on-roading. So we're also introducing a nice paint color. It's like a matte color. And then we blacked out the bottom, so it's a vinyl wrap, so it helps you to protect your paint from any damages. Here we have a nice fog lamp detail here. So that's off the rack, and then we have designed a unique bezel for that so that it fits in perfectly here. So that's on the front. We have a lot of nice, amazing features at the top. We have the tent. We have the auxiliary lighting, and we actually have the spare tire at the top now because we don't want to go with the small one in the back.
I'm Dan Zimmerman. I'm here to show you the Chrysler Pacifica Grizzly Peak concept car. Obviously you'll notice coming up to the vehicle, it's lifted. It's the Chrysler Pacifica all-wheel drive. It's got a 2 3/4 lift. The thing that grabs you as you're walking by is the stark white interior. So we really decorated up the seats and tried to change up the image of the minivan here and try to butch it up a little bit and make it more athletic, a little bit sportier. So you notice the interior here. We've got some really nice rust colored stitching throughout the interior. We've got the Catskin seats. You could actually order these from Catskin. So if you actually have a minivan, you can roll into the dealer and actually buy these. We have the Mopar all-weather floor mats, and then this is the Limited, so it's got the integrated console in there with the wireless charge. You notice on the steering wheel, for the first time, we're showing paddle shifters. So we've got the paddle shifters, the sports steering wheel with the dimple perf, a little bit more athletic feel to it. Being that this is a concept, we want to showcase how much storage there is in the vehicle. So we've stowed the second row seat. Our stow and go seats are super popular, but we wanted to showcase how much space we have inside the vehicle. So as you roll around to the back side of the vehicle, this is kind of our test bed. So what we've done here is we've kind of experimented in the minivan ranks. We see people that actually take their third row and they stow it in the floor and they never open it up again. So this is our chance to offer or ask the customer base if people are interested in doing a third row delete or an optional third row cargo panel. So this is the cargo panel concept here. It showcases the kind of a wet dry storage here with our Mopar all-weather cargo mats. And then we've got extra tie downs there, so if you wanted to put like a kayak in here, a paddle board, or a bike standing up, you could do that and use the tie downs. Our customer base has also inquired about adding the Space Saver spare, so there's a return to the Space Saver spare. Again, trying to answer our customer requests. And we've added a 112 volt power outlet on the back. Testing the waters here, trying to get into van life a little bit more and shed that minivan stigma.
My name is Cody. Work with Grayl. We build the world's fastest water filter purifier bottle. So we'll walk you through that real quick here. This bottle works kind of like a French press for cleaning your water. So that is your filter and purifier right here at the bottom. This is your dirty water cup. So dirty water goes in the cup. Drop your filter in, open the cap so that it can breathe, and then set the whole unit on the ground right in front of you and use these big pads right here to put your body weight right over the bottle. And that forces the dirty water through that cartridge and into this clean chamber. And in about 10 seconds, you've got 24 ounces of filtered, purified water that's ready to drink out of the bottle. You can cook with it, you can fill up a reservoir and hit it again. This is the polypropylene bottle. Retails for $100. The other GeoPress that we make is the GeoPress Titanium. So same functionality as the regular GeoPress, except that you can also heat water. So you can do that same process, put that water back into this outer sleeve here, and then toss that over a stove or in the fire to heat water for a meal, coffee, whatever you want to do. Filters are good for about 65 gallons or about 350 presses. And when it's time to replace the filter, twist the old one off, remove the one-way valve. This little valve keeps your cartridge from getting fouled if you use an electrolyte mix. Insert that into the new cartridge. Install your cartridge and you're back to the races. If you want to purchase a Grayl bottle, you can go to grayl.com, Amazon. If you want to buy it in person, you can go to REI, Shields. Also lots of specialty mom and pop shops all over the country.
If you want the most comfortable sleeping experience out while camping, then Hest mattresses are the way to go. I have, in my AluCab, I've got the dually long mattress, and it's a perfect fit. Also fits really well in the top oak style rooftop tents. Put them in there, you can still close the tent, and super comfortable. It's one of those things where I'm okay getting a cheaper rooftop tent because it leaves more money to get something like this mattress, which really improves the sleeping experience. And they also have another couple of products along the same line. So there's now the chair cushion, which if you want to sit and work somewhere in comfort, that's for you. Or for your four-legged friend, it's a little dog bed. On my truck, I run the AluCab camper on the back, and it is my favorite setup that I've ever run, and fantastic for the family, especially for me and my boy. But I have the wedge-shaped version, which really only sleeps two, so me and my son. If my wife wanted to come with me, I'd be running out of room, or my son would have to sleep down on the ground in the truck bed. But they have since released the family camper, which similar idea, similar on the bottom, but on top it folds out sideways, similar to like how an iCamper tent would. One of my concerns was how difficult it would be to set up or how much time it would take to set up and pack away, but thankfully with a demonstration I saw that it really isn't too much work, and it's something I could see myself getting, something I see myself running on my Tundra in the future. If it was me, my wife, and my son all going out camping at the same time, just for the extra space that it offers. You could sleep 5 people up there. 4 easily, 5 people at a squeeze. Something I've been considering for my truck is a new shower cube, because mine doesn't reach the ground. It's actually sits at about knee height, which is a little awkward. So check out this awning and shower cube.
Now I'd like to start at our booth and first show you the Bush Company 270-degree XT Max awning. We do a lot of awning tent installs at X-Grid campers, and Bush Company is one of our favorites. It holds up extremely well in wind conditions, and it matches the quality of the trailers that we sell. This awning is totally freestanding. It does not require legs, it does not require pegs. Now we will recommend tying down some of the 2 end arms in heavy wind conditions just to keep it from lifting up excessively. We've been out here for a couple days now, had a heavy rainstorm yesterday. These things held up great, they always do. Definitely take a look at this awning if you want something durable. What's really nice about these awnings is you can wrap this fully with a wall kit as well. It has a Velcro attachment all the way around the edge. And when you get the wall kit, you do get legs to provide that extra support because of the weight that's hanging down from the walls. These arms are fold out, and they're super thick and very wide, and they hold up really well. The bracket that you get with these awnings is universal. You can raise it up or drop it down to really accommodate a lot of different mounting solutions. One of the reasons we really like these awnings is because they're so easy and fast to set up. So the 2 arms are going to cross over. We're going to unfold the rear first and then strap it back to a latch, and then the front comes around and strap that back. Once you hook those 2 straps on, you're ready to go. The awning's ready to use. When we pack these awnings away, the one trick that you want to look out for is to make sure you fold the correct arm in first. On this awning, we're going to fold in the front, which is normally your back, okay? Keep that in mind. But the way we know that is this hinge sits really close to the back plate. So these arms, they're going to fold around and go flat to the back plate. That allows this arm, which sits a lot further out, to now come out in front. So if you don't know which arm to do first, take a look at the position of those hinges, and that'll really help you out. The other trick that we do when we fold these in is we make sure that this canvas stays up, because what we're going to do is fold those arms underneath this canvas. The other product I want to show you by Bush Company is the Outpost shower. Now we've been installing these on the Expedition Voyager for a while. We love these showers, really because of the quality of the materials and the craftsmanship on it. You'll notice standing right here is the shower's not sagging. You see a lot of these outdoor showers where the hinges aren't strong enough and they begin to sag. This one is nice and tight. You have a nice strong rail right here that holds it in place. This is a traditional fabric, the canvas that Bush Company uses, really strong. It is adjustable, so you can raise and lower the height as you need to based on where your mounting is, drop it down to the ground all the way if you need to, and there are some tie down points on the bottom of the shower as well. Now one of the best features of this shower are 2 ways to get in. You have a traditional zipper where you can open up and step inside, which all showers have. However, what Bush Company did here is they actually allowed you to have a door. So you unzip this and now your door swings open. So this makes it a lot easier if you want to, just to open the door and walk in all the way. Now on the inside of the shower, you have a nice access here. So you can get your water supply depending on where you're set up on the trailer. You have your storage pockets. This is also a roof, so you can roll out your roof and have coverage here, which is really nice if you're in bad weather, or if you're in maybe a public area where people are flying drones. It is nice to have that privacy. On the Expedition Voyager, what we often do is we actually heat the tent. The Voyager comes with an external heat duct, so we can run the heater into the tent. You put the floor down, you put the roof on, and you actually have a heated shower room, which is really nice in those cold weather environments. The Outpost shower also does come with a shower pan. So if you happen to be in an area where you need to collect your water, maybe you're at a hip camp or a campground where you can't shower on the ground, this comes with it. It folds out, And now it has a holding pan, so you can actually capture your water. You put this on the ground, capture your water, and now you can dump your water out into a bucket or into another container so that you can dispose of it. So this is a really nice addition. Just roll it up and then you can pack it away. So to pack away the outpost shower, what we're gonna do is unlatch this here, okay? And now we're gonna fold the left side in first, lift this up. We're gonna tuck it right underneath, and that's gonna go right against that back plate so it's nice and tight. Now we can fold the right side in, snap that in place, and then fold forward. Lift that up. And now all you'll do is take the bottom and roll it all the way up. If you'd like to learn more about the Bush Company products, you can take a look at all their products, including their tents and everything they carry at thebushcompanyusa.com, or reach out to us at X-Grid Campers. We do installs on trucks and trailers, or really whatever you have.
Hey, I'm Noah Schoen with Pact Outdoors. We make all-in-one backcountry bathroom kits for outdoor adventures. And we're really built on two things. The first thing is mycelium. So mycelium is the root system of fungus. We have a species that will help break down your waste faster and reduce pathogens. The second thing are Pact wipes. These are dehydrated and compressed. So when you add a little splash of water to them, they unfold into a 9-inch towel. They're thick, they're awesome. They get you clean like a traditional wet wipe, but they don't have any of the added chemicals that you find in like a lot of like the pre-wet wipes. So those are the two components, and then we package those up all into little backcountry bathroom kits. For example, this is our Pack Light, where everything fits in the handle of the shovel. You have your shovel, your 6-inch mark, your wipes go in here, you got a little stake to keep them clean, and then your mycelium goes in there. So it's easy, grab and go, throw it in any glove box. Then we also make other hygiene products, body wipes, a bigger car camping kit, and then pack out where burying is not approved practice. You can find us at all REIs, Amazon, and directly from our website, as well as about 100 specialty retailers around the country.
Hey guys, I'm Jonathan with Pin Trail Maps, and we have overlaid off-road trails on a push pin map. So we have all the good trails in Colorado. There's over 200 on this map. And once you do a trail, you stick a pin in it. And they're all color-coded by difficulty, so you can see, you can plan out your next route, see what you want to do. And then here's Colorado. We have Moab, over 200 trails in the Moab, San Rafael Swell area. And then we also have more trails in Colorado, like Colorado 14ers and national parks and monuments of the US. We also have hiking trails and rivers in Colorado. And then here's a map of the US. You can see us at pintrailmaps.com. We have more color options on our website and we'll ship it to you. Shipping is always free. And check us out on Instagram at pintrailmaps.
Hey, I'm Colin with Midnight Forest. We're here at the expo. This is our 4-gallon tank. It comes with this quick release mount. You can just unlock it, slide the plate off, the tank will come right off. We also sell it with our rain flux shower here. So you just quick connect to the tank. You get a 60 PSI shower. These tanks are flat and black, so they're great at getting hot in the sun, so you get some solar heat shower. But yeah, rechargeable battery. You're not gonna run out of battery. You can run out of water if you run out of battery, so perfect setup for shower, washing gear, washing down mountain bikes. You can check them out on midnightforest.com. We got a bunch of videos showing how they work. Check them out there.
I'm Adam from TrailRax, and we are introducing a new product that's universal for 80/20 style racks, and that's going to be our new table slide. And with a 1.49 inches of profile, as long as you have about 1.5 inches underneath your rack, you're able to house a 4x2 table underneath your roof rack and have it out for camp. And this allows you to be able to have the table come out first rather than being buried underneath a bunch of gear. Unload your trunk and put all your gear out, and then also it's the last away when it comes to packing your vehicle up to get back out on the road. So yeah, this is our new product. It's available at TrailRax.com.
If you've seen my content before, you are probably familiar with the Devos Light Ranger range of lights and how much I love them. So if you're new here, I've got to show you basically what it is. And to summarize, it is a light on a stick that goes up in the air. There are several different models. They start, well, there's a tabletop model that starts just 4 feet up in the air, so it's designed to go on a table. But the regular models go 8 feet up to 10 feet in the air. And And nice thing about them is the way they're angled, they light down, so they light a large area of your campsite. Great if you've got multiple people camping with you. And because it's up in the air, you're not getting bugs flying in your face like you would with a headlamp. If you've been assaulted by moths, you know that's not fun. This is the brightest of the light models at 2,000 lumens. It's kind of bright out here today, so I came under the tent, but it's still hard to tell how bright this is, but it will light up a big area. You then have the 1200 lumen model, the Light Ranger 1200, and there is the Light Ranger 800, which you can probably guess is 800 lumens. These two models have the option of some accessories, so you can get these little color filters. There are a few of them with different shades depending on what you want to use, but they just slide over, and that way you're cutting down some of the bright light, making it more softer light, and you're not going to attract as many bugs. But the 2000 has a built-in color change. So rather than slipping on a filter, you can just push a button and switch between the 3 different types of light. And with all of these lights, you can also adjust the angles that are lit up. So you can go from all 4 sides to half of it to just 1/4 lit up. That way, if you don't need to light up a large area, you just want to light up where you're cooking, just turn on one side. And you can even turn it on and hold down this button on all of them, and it will adjust the brightness of it. Finally, there are a few more cool accessories, things like this table. It's nice if you're just setting up some drinks or just having some food laid out, because you can light it up. You also have a motion sensor, so if you want to leave it out and something goes bump in the night, the motion sensor will turn on if there's some motion. And there are some solar panels that can clip on the top to keep it powered, or even a Starlink Mini mount that clips on there.
I'm Jason. I work for OK 4-Wheel Drive, AluCab USA, and I own Mountain State Overland. We are going to show you the Wrappon PF1 Toilet. This is a prototype bag designed by Blue Ridge Overland Gear. They are now in production, and they are in black and blue. The PF1 is designed to be a collapsible toilet with separate parts. So as you can see, it's a pretty small package, you know, when it's all packed away. This is the base. Inside the base is a little platform to hold the cassette, once the cassette is filled with whatever goes in the cassette. And here is the top. What you want to do is definitely make sure that it sits and overhangs this lip. It's really easy to put on. This is what the inside of the toilet looks like. This is the lever that we will use to demonstrate how it thermocompress seals your cassette when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to leave this open for now. This is one of the disposable cassettes, 3-layer plastic. You don't get any off-gassing. You don't get any smells. It's very good for, you know, putting in a trash bag, maybe with some cans and things like that. But if you're going to have it with sharp objects, you probably want to make sure you get rid of it before long. There are instructions here. These are the instructions for the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in these little slots and go like that. Throw my trash inside. This is the coagulant. If you're in a sense of urgency, you could probably go ahead and use the bathroom and then pour this in afterwards. I just put the trash inside there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit. Huh? We don't need a demo. We don't need a demo. I will sit down and enjoy my time in peace and quiet here on my throne. And when I'm complete, what I will do is I will come here and I will plug up for battery power, right? This is how we actually seal the bag. These are optional accessories. There's a battery pack, which is kind of nice because you can use it as maybe a cell phone charger, you know, things like that. But because I have this battery pack, what I can do is I can turn it on and just plug it up right here. So this is what happens when we close it up. And I think it's about 10 seconds, maybe less. You get your beeps to show that you're done. And that's your handy dandy little bag. That's the Wrappon PF1, available through Wrappon USA and OK 4-Wheel Drive.
If you enjoyed the gear, you will definitely enjoy the adventure. Check out one of these 2 videos. One where my son and I went out in search of Butch Cassidy's hideouts and history in Utah, and the other where a group of us found adventure in Idaho's snowy backcountry.